It's dark again.
What's up, everybody? Oh my gosh, it's dark again. I know, I'm in the dark, but look at me. I'm showered.
I'm loving
showered.
Hair. Yes, Donna V. Hey,
what's up there, Tracy Locke?
And Tracy, and we are, guess who we are? We haven't done this in a while. We are
Girls Gone Green.
Come
your
life
from quarantine.
Girls Gone Green.
That's right.
Very free to hit the high note we need, because we're
Girls Gone. Look at my stuff.
How you doing? Donna V, I'm loving the hair. Look at that hair.
I showered and I blew dry it. Wow. And I tried. It's called effort. It's called effort.
A lot of effort in it. Looking good, girl. Looking really good.
You look pretty yourself, lady.
Oh, thank you. Getting outside, trying to get some color. You know how it goes.
Oh, I know.
Time. Wow, I look really like red.
You look tan.
Yeah.
I'm gonna see if I can figure this out.
I'm feeling tan. So, how's the hearing? You hearing everything all right? Everybody can hear us?
Yeah, but now it's clicking because we have another person and we got to get her in.
Okay. Oh, we're so excited. We have Dame Therese, ladies and gentlemen, Therese Aiello coming up all the way from New Orleans to be here tonight.
She's on her way. She exited and now she's back out.
Yeah, she's coming back in. But she's going to bring a lot of New Orleans mojo and a little cayenne pepper with her to make it nice and crazy.
Nice.
I am so excited. We're doing the third installment of Candy Matson, Donna. How does it feel to play Candy?
I love it. I really do. I love it. It's a lot of fun to play a reoccurring character. Do you have your headphones at all? Because now it's clicking.
Yeah, you're still clicking? I have headphones. I can give a world of headphones.
It's amazing how this does this. I brought my extra roller.
Oh, wow. What's the extra roller for?
Because I want to get into the mood. Like I'm backstage before we go on.
Oh, okay. I like it. How are we doing with clicking? Are you still hearing some clicking?
I don't know what's going on. No. Do you guys hear it? Frank Simon, Sherry Freed.
Hey!
Let us know if you guys hear clicking. Frank
How's
said,
that?
"Oh my, that's a lot clearer."
Frank said a lot clearer?
Yes, that was amazing.
Okay.
Frank said cayenne pepper. My bush is filled with cayenne pepper. It's ready to be picked. Wait, so cayenne pepper is an actual pepper?
Yes. What did you think it was? Cayenne pepper. It's a super hot.
That was like
that it came only powder form.
Yeah. No, because cinnamon is in a stick or in the powder. So cayenne pepper is.
Wow, ladies and gentlemen, do you guys see what we're dealing with right now? Hello, is anybody seeing this? Hello. Sometimes you come up with some good stuff. I love.
Sometimes it's confusing to me.
So I don't know if you know this on a Girls Gone Green note. Did you see who has COVID-19? The Eagles head coach Doug Peterson is out with COVID-19. So Deuce Staley is going to be taking over his coaching roles for now because camp has started.
Camp has started.
Are you excited for football season?
I am so excited. I am so excited for football season. Let me see. I have something funny to show you.
Oh, okay. All right. Is it new?
This is how you know. Wait. Okay.
All right.
This is how you know that I'm so excited for football season.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell you that when I start reading.
I think she's in the chat room. Just so
yes,
you know.
I'm gonna get her. I saw her. I'm gonna bring her right in. I didn't know she was fixing her audio, and then I was giving her a memento.
Un momento, por favor.
If she's ready, I'll get her. Wait a minute. I know it was today.
A soccer
chakra
commentated soccer.
Oh.
Un momento, por favor.
You know that I'm ready for football season when today I'm reading to the kids and I'm like la 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 la, and then I get to the next page because it's Dr. Seuss week, and I'm like, oh thanks, oh the things you could think, and I go, oh, look doesn't that look like the Kansas City Chiefs coach?
It does. Andy Reid, extraordinaire.
It looks like Andy Reid.
Now final Super Bowl winner. Finally.
how you know I miss football season.
Yes,
When
you are
Dr.
ready.
Seuss books make me think of football.
Yes, starting
All right.
to get that football mojo. All right.
Yes,
so
the
we're
clicking is
we're
on for now because we're headphoned up. Thank you, Frank
Yes.
Simon, for giving us that sound check. Are you ready to bring her in?
I'm ready. Ladies and gentlemen, get ready for Dame Therese, all the way from New Orleans.
Yes! There she
Drum roll,
is, looking
please.
clear.
Hey, T,
How are
what's
you, Therese?
up? You are on, girl. You are on all the way from New Orleans. Are you
Yeah,
excited to be here tonight?
the technical issue should tell you New Orleans because I like have a couple of monkeys on a wheel trying to run my internet in my neighborhood. So
Okay, perfect. Well, it's working now. Whatever you did, you fixed it. Give it up for Dame Therese, ladies and gentlemen. She is here tonight.
I
How's
can't
the
use my earbuds because they don't reach my computer.
Okay, can you hear us?
I can hear you guys. I don't know if there's like background stuff from my
No,
end.
no,
because
We hear
sound great.
you. You loud and clear, loud and clear. We're talking about, are you excited for football season? Camp has started. How are those Saints looking down there?
Great.
That was not
I don't know.
convincing at all.
I haven't paid any attention to anything.
I know you have to make it up, Tree. You're
No,
on
but
TV.
She sounds just like me when we talk about football. I'm okay, Therese, when there's a beer in my hand and my butt is in the stands. After that, she's the
Listen,
stat.
I'm a Saints fan, just so that people know. I got my generic little camera. That's my Saints corner.
Oh,
So I got
love
my
that.
Saints
See?
stuff.
She's
You
got her
know,
football stuff ready. She's ready. You're ready for the Saints.
But-
What are you talking about?
I haven't paid attention to anything because I don't know. I've been in my little bubble,
I
my
hear you.
pandemic bubble.
I hear you. The
How is it going
pandemic.
down there? you
Well,
doing down
yesterday
there?
was the first day that I pretty much went anywhere in a social, social aspect since March 17th. So
Wow.
Yeah.
Locked down and locked in. That's what our girl is. Locked down and locked in. Well, we are very excited to have you here tonight because we are doing a radio play called Candy Matson. As our viewers are very familiar with Candy Matson because the last two times we have done this, Candy has been headlining it. So I just want to go over the roles so everybody knows what they're doing because as you know, our audience knows we get our script the day of. We don't even look at it. We just
Whew.
wing it and go crazy. So, Therese, you will be playing Rem, you will be playing Maul, and you will be playing Boy. All right. So it's Rem, Maul, Boy. Donna,
Rebel boy.
Lover Boy. You will be Candy, of
Yeah.
course, and Hans. I will
And
be
Hans.
playing the role of man, announcer, and Doc. So when we last
Alright.
left Candy, she was trying to find Jack Frost. And that was a pretty
Oh, that's
interesting, that was a really good show. But I think we can take it up a notch because Therese is a trained actor. She's been
Yeah,
in
she
several
is.
movies. She's lived in Hollywood, ladies and gentlemen. So we're expecting.
And
Whole
don't
lot.
forget all the cool things she does for the parades
And I
down
got-
there in New Orleans.
Yes, exactly. That's right.
She's amazing.
She is the leader of the Crescent City Fae. They call it a leader. What do
Wait,
they
wait,
call
wait,
it?
wait. Now, I am not the leader of the Crescent City Fae. I am the founder of the Bayou Babes of New Orleans.
Oh,
and
the
the founder
Bayou.
of
Bayou
Band
Babes.
Bullet.
I should have
Where
worn
did I
my
get
Bayou
Crescent
Babes
City Fae?
t-shirt.
Huh?
Where did I get that from? Is that a real
I'm
thing?
a
Crescent City
member
Fae?
of that particular dance crew, but I just want to clear it up. I'm not a founder or leader of
Don't
that.
get
at
her in
all.
trouble.
I don't want to get in trouble. It's a big deal.
Exactly.
So tell us what you're the leader of and founder of.
So I'm the founder of a group, marching crew called the Bayou Babes of New Orleans. I created it so that it would be all inclusive to anybody who wanted to join and be in a Mardi Gras parade. All you have to do is dress like something you might find in a bayou. So we have
Awesome.
owls, we have different birds, we've had nutria rat.
A lot of different creatures in there.
I love all the creatures. I love looking at your pictures.
I know they're
Yeah.
fun. So how has it been with? So there's no word. Are there any words on any parades or anything like that? Right? Do you guys hear anything?
Now, I'm also the financial director for a parade called Crew Bohem. And we have any idea if there's going to be parades yet. So
Well, we got a
it's
shout
really
out
what happens.
from Major Kerr.
Major Kerr, the Bayou Babes. Is he one of your Bayou Babes?
He said,
I don't know.
howdy.
Howdy. The Bayou
And he said
Babes.
gators.
He said he's a gator. All right. All right. You can take some alligators. You definitely
Take
need
an
some
alligator.
alligators in your Bayou Babes. Of
I
course.
love Mr. Alligator.
Mr. Alligator. Yeah, that's right. We might have to have you do a Cajun accent just to, answer your questions in a Cajun accent. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, Candy, are you feeling good?
I'm feeling real good.
Okay. Therese, are you feeling excellent?
Yep.
All right. Ready to Teresa's so
Therese.
excited. She's like, yep.
I think you should do it like you do the kids in the park. You should talk like that for your whole role.
Seriously?
Seriously, Denise.
Yeah,
I'm just frustrated with my freaking internet out here.
Don't
Swear to
be
God.
frustrated.
Don't be
perfect now.
frustrated.
It's
No, I'm not
perfect now.
frustrated anymore. I was frustrated before. That's why I was
Okay,
like,
it's good now. It's good
All
now.
right.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take you back to 1950, June 5th, 1950, when this play was first originated. We bring you Candy Matson and Friends in The Black Cat. Da, 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 da.
Hello, Yukon 2-8209. Yes, this is Candy Matson.
Da, 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 Candy, you know Candy. Everybody loves Miss Candy. We can't wait to hear what Candy is gonna do today.
Announcer.
Oh, the National Broadcasting Company presents Candy Matson, Yukon 2-8209. Candy, that's our gal. Here's what Candy's up to now.
That's good. Well, that was a pleasant afternoon, Rembrandt dear.
pleasant, but unprofitable. As many times as I've been to the horse races, I never seem to have the gumption to quit when I'm ahead.
Like Damon Runyon once said, horse players die broke.
I'm always reminded of that old song, Horses Don't Bet on People, but the scenery was lovely. I enjoyed it.
Yes, Golden Gate Fields. It's a beautiful park.
Why are you headed up into the Berkeley Hills, Candy?
Well, I wanted to avoid that traffic on the East Shore Highway this time of the afternoon. And two, I just had a thought.
Bully for you! So few people have them anymore. What might the idea be?
Well, I know a cozy little spot to eat over in Lafayette. How would you like to have dinner there instead of town?
Splendid, girl. Sounds delightful. Why, this is a rather forlorn country up this way.
Yes, the real estate boys haven't caught up with it yet. Wait till they see the results of the recent census. Homes will be sprouting all over these hills like poppies are now.
Help! Help! Help me, please!
What was that?
It came from back there, Candy. Must be from that house. It's the only one around here.
Come back! Help! Help! Serious!
Yes, it is that. It is that house. Let's find out what it's all about, Ducky.
Now we find out what Candy's up to. Looks pretty dangerous. I'm getting scared. Now there's a fine start for a cozy dinner in Lafayette. It could only happen to Candy Matson, San Francisco's well-known private investigator. Whether she's at home in her penthouse on Telegraph Hill or at the races in Albany, it makes no difference. Trouble always seems to pop up its dangerous head. And this was no exception. A quiet afternoon, watching the wrong horse finish in the right position, then driving along a road on top of Berkeley's skyline, and out of the dusk, a man's cry for help. That cry led to a maze of events that would have done justice to an Alfred Hitchcock movie. Want to hear what developed after a man called for help? Well, here's the gal to do it. Candy Matson. Candy Matson, she's our gal. Wonder what she is up to now.
What was that the man said about a maze of events? He's right, but in such a mild way. Just to pick a word at random, it was murder. Sorry if the word set up a feeling like a fingernail down the blackboard, but leave us to confront. That's what it was, murder. And it might have gone up. Oh, I can't see with these
Ad
glasses.
infinitum.
Thank you. I wasn't even stumbling on that part yet. My eyes are just all over the place. and it might have gone ad infinitum. Okay. Well, that's a part of the story that comes later. What comes firster was the fact that I stopped the car, turned around, and drove up in front of this lonely house high above Berkeley, overlooking all of San Francisco Bay. The front door was open, so Rembrandt and I walked right in, and there by an open window was a man on his knees, draped over the windowsill from where he had called.
Thank you. Oh, thank you.
It's a heart attack. Quick, Rembrandt. Help me get him onto the couch.
Surely.
Then we'll get his collar open and loosen his tie. There we are.
My wife, gone for doctor.
How good? How long ago?
Don't know. 10 minutes maybe. Can't wait. Too late. Here, take this envelope. Deliver it.
Take it easy. Don't try to talk. Save all the strength you possibly can.
This important. Must talk. Must.
I've got his tie off, Candy.
Yes, never mind his collar, though. It won't do him any good. Not now.
Candy, you don't mean he's dead?
I'm afraid so. I can't feel any pulse.
Well, this is a fine kettle of smelt. How do we explain this, Dove?
The only way to explain it. Just tell what happened. The way it happened.
Who will believe that we were just driving along a lonely road, heard this chap call for help, went to his aid, and then had him expire gracefully half a minute later? It's 2 pats, Candy.
The truth is always hard to swallow, Rembrandt.
Well, this is cozy. What do we do now?
Leave. Report it to the police and be on our way. There's nothing we can do by hanging around.
We could stay and console the widow when she returns.
Oh, no, I hate scenes like that. She'll cry, and then I'll cry, and I'll feel miserable for a week. Come on, Ducky, let's go.
You aren't forgetting the envelope, are you?
No, that was the request of a dying man. I'll follow through with it.
No!
Rembrandt, what's wrong?
Oh, it startled me. The black cat just ran across the doorstep in front of us.
Now, don't start anything like that. A cat's a cat, whether it's black, green, or beige. It's only the kind that walks on 2 legs that make me worry.
Well, start worrying then, because here comes one of the males of the species.
Oh, pardon me.
Certainly. Are you the doctor?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I'm afraid you're just a little bit late, doctor. The gentleman is there. He's dead.
What? Jerome dead? Oh, the fool. I warned him.
I'm not being curious, you understand, but where's the gentleman's wife?
Why, inside, isn't she?
No, just before he died, he said she'd gone to get you.
She called me on the phone. I assumed it was from the house hero. Oh, well?
I just knew something like this would happen. It was the black cat.
Oh, Ducky, come. By the way, doctor, what's the gentleman's name?
Moreland, James Moreland. I'm sorry, Jerome Moreland. I get them confused. Wait a moment, young lady. If you don't know him, what were you 2 doing inside?
Oh, that's a good question. Answer the good doctor, Candy.
Well, my friend here and I were driving up the road. Obviously, Mr. Moreland made it to the window, opened it, and called us as we were passing. I turned about, went in, the door was open, found him on his knees up against the windowsill. We lifted him onto the couch, tried to make him comfortable, but it was too late. He died in less than 30 seconds.
Come along with me, will you please? First, I want to examine Jerome. Then I'll have some information for you from my reports.
Ooh.
Dun, 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 dun.
We went back inside the house, and the doctor busied himself with whatever doctors busied themselves with. When they examined a corpse, Rembrandt and I stood in the entrance hall and watched while we had a smoke. When the medic finished, he fired a volley of questions at us. Where we lived, how long, occupations, etc., etc. And then he excused us. It felt funny, being on the opposite side of an inquisition. But the doctor was nice enough about it, and it had to be done. We gave up the idea of dinner in Lafayette, drove back across the Bay Bridge, and ate at a place in Chinatown. And all the time, I had one tiny, gnawing thought in the back of my head. What had happened to Moreland's wife. When one's husband is dying, you don't stop off for a pound of hamburger and call the doctor from the butcher shop. After dinner, Rembrandt, who had been silent, spoke up.
Dove, I can't place my finger on the exact cause, but I have a slight touch of the vapors.
Oh, Ducky, I'm sorry.
It was either the sight of that poor man dying on the couch or the tomato chow yuck. In either case, I'd like to get home, attack the aspirin bottle, retire to my downy. Would you be a love and drive me to my domicile?
Certainly, dear. I've got a little errand I want to run anyway.
Oh, girl. Are you going to entangle yourself in that Berkeley thing?
You know me, my hunches, Rembrandt. Something smells about this deal. I don't like it. In the first place, I'm not too sure about that doctor. The more I think about it, the more it strikes me that he gave the late Jerome Moreland a very amateurish going over.
I noticed that too.
That was a family home, Ducky. It showed great, huge gobs of loving care. If Moreland's wife was that kind of a homemaker, she wouldn't have just run out on the house and call the doctor and forget to come back.
I admit it does sound suspicious. It's that cat, believe me.
You do have a touch of the vapors. Come, Lamb, I'll take you home. You're becoming delirious.
Dun 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 dun.
I drove Rembrandt to his place on California Street, then over Kearny to Hall of Justice. It was just possible that my number one boy, Inspector Ray Mallard of San Francisco Homicide, might still be on the job homiciding. The only place to park was a red zone, so I took the loyalty oath, parked, and went into the grim gray structure of justice. Mallard was still homiciding. Dun, 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 dun.
What brings you around these dark dungeons?
Not love, not at this hour.
If that isn't just like a suspicious flatfoot. A girl drops around to say hello, and right off the bat, she gets a verbal left right in the chin. You've got to admit, Candy, the thing looks phony. Social calls are usually made a bit earlier in the evening.
Okay, you got me. I'm here on business.
Yeah, you see? If you admitted it in the first place, we would have saved 5 lines of dialogue. What's the pitch?
Oh, I just met a doctor.
Ah, thrilling. That doesn't happen to just anyone.
Said doctor affected me like a fist.
What's the emphasis on the fist?
It had something to do with the gent who died under my very nose, Mallard, dear.
It's occupational with you. Now suppose we start from the beginning and then I could sort the facts.
Do you know a man by the name of Jerome Moreland?
Jerome Moreland? Are you kidding? He's merely one of the world's outstanding scientists.
What? Wait. Shake hands then with the hand that unloosened his tie. He up and died this afternoon.
What? Well, this is terrible, Candy.
Mallard, dear, I've never seen you so quite upset.
It's going to upset the entire country. Dr. Moreland was a very vital cog in the United States international security.
I'm afraid I don't understand.
Oh, you will when you start reading page 1 in tonight's papers. Come, Candy. You're better than that. Moreland, doesn't it mean anything to you?
No, sorry.
He's the man who played one of the leading roles in developing the A-bomb. He contributed largely to the H-bomb, and from what I've heard, he was working on something currently that would have out-bombed the both of them.
Oh, sure. Now I remember. He made the cover of Time about a month ago, didn't he?
That's the one.
Oh, imagine. And I was there when he died.
How did it happen, Candy?
Well, Rembrandt and I were driving up this road in Berkeley. We heard this fellow call for help from his house. We went back, and there he was. Heart attack, I'm sure.
What a game. Moreland meant an awful lot to the security of this country. He was one of the colossal brains of the world. Of course you'd be called for the inquest, Candy.
Oh, sure, that I know. After all the data the doctor put down, I'm going to be the star.
So who was the doctor?
What?
His name. What was the doctor's name?
Oh, Mallard and this, you won't believe me. I forgot to ask.
And you make a living as a private eye? Ah, Candy, give it up.
Marry me and I will.
Let's not change the subject.
Oh, one of these days, one of my hints is going to seep through that sponge-like head of yours. In the meantime, thanks for the information on Jerome Moreland.
You leaving, Cupcake?
Uh-huh. I've gone as far as I can here. That supersonic barrier of yours, Mallard, it's a little hard to crack.
Will they ever get together? Mallard and Candy, we all want to know, and we're feeling it so. But what's gonna happen next with Candy Matson?
As I left the Hall of Justice, the fog was oozing in through the Golden Gate. The lights of the city shot up, and in turn, we're sent back from the fog. Yeah, we're sent back from the fog bank. That's right, that's what I'm reading. Giving the town a fluorescent look. I bought a paper, and sure enough, there were the details on the death of Dr. Jerome Moreland. Ooh, headlines. That's what. He was everything Mallard said he was, a world-renowned figure. And of course, my name was mentioned prominently as having been there at the time of his death. God, I went home, hit the sack, and had a fistful of dreams for myself. Mallard was the straw in color. The fade out came with me in Mallard's arms just as the bell rang and saved me from going another round. It was 9 o'clock the following morning.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hello, Yukon 2-8209.
Miss Candy Matson?
That's right.
Sorry to wake you. This is the coroner's office in Berkeley.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about this.
You're going to have to appear at the inquest of Dr. Jerome Moreland this afternoon at 1 o'clock at the office.
Okay, I'll be there.
Quite
Thanks.
all right. Dun, 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 dun.
That definitely was the end of Mallard in color. So I got up, showered, pressed, and started applying the lipstick. And that's when I remembered. Looking for the lipstick in my purse, there was the letter the good Dr. Moreland had entrusted to me. I'd actually forgotten all about it. I looked at the envelope. It was addressed to Hans Mittelstand, Snug Harbor Hotel, and come on, say that one.
Embarcadero.
Thank you, Embarcadero, San Francisco. I was about to make that one really Spanish. I had Despacito. I had an appointment to have my hair done. So did Mr. Middlestat. He would have. Wait, why am I can't see. Hold on. I think I put my contacts in the wrong eyes. I got distance in the far and far in the distance. Wait, I had an appointment to have my hair done. So Mr. Middlestat would have to wait. I dropped down to my girl, Vita. I sat. She worked, and several pin curls later, I picked up Rembrandt and drove over to the coroner's office in Berkeley. It was the usual routine. Questions, answers. I testified. Then Rembrandt, then the doctor. We had bumped into the day before. Still, no Mrs. Moreland. That, to me, was the major issue in the whole deal. There was only one opening. That was Hans Mittelstadt in the Snug Harbor Hotel at the waterfront in San Francisco. That's where I went.
So Candy's trying to get more information. Will she do it? Stay tuned and find out. Who?
Stand to the windward and I'll do it again, Mittelstadt. Hans Mittelstadt.
I don't believe we have anyone registered here under that name. Of course, I've just returned from vacation.
Well, if you can get your minds off the Whispering Pines, would you take a look in your book?
Yes, of course. Oh, I'm terribly sorry. There doesn't seem to be any Middlestat listed.
One moment, Buster. What's that right there?
Oh, I must have overlooked that. That is Middlestat, isn't it?
It doesn't spell Smitty now. Come on. What's the room number?
Look, miss, why don't you beat it? You're leading with your chin.
It's my chin, and I'll lead with it if I want to.
Are you acquainted with Herr Middlestat?
Acquainted with him, of course. Not only that, I have a very important letter for him.
Well, why didn't you say so? Room 332. To the left after you get out of the elevator. Da,
Hmm.
da, da, da.
The clerk lifted an eyebrow towards the north, indicating where the elevator was. I found it, the elevator, not the eyebrow, and hoisted myself to the third floor. A few steps around a dingy corridor, and I face to face with room 332. I knocked. I cooled my heels for about 10 seconds and knocked again. Still no answer, so I tried the door. It squeaked open. The blinds were down, and I was in almost dusky darkness. Ugh. I tumbled around for the light switch, found it on the wall next to the door, and clicked it on. What I saw wasn't pretty. The body of what had been an attractive woman in her early 40s sprawled down the floor. Oh, good, on the other side of the bed. It only took one look to tell me that she was dead. A set of finger marks around the neck told me how it had been done, and another look at the neck told me who it was. Ooh, a locket with the name inscribed in the back, Ruth Moreland.
Dun, 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 dun.
I'm glad I got that far because that's when the lights went out. Oh. I floated through space for an eon or two, then vaguely something came into audible focus. A voice, a familiar voice. Yes, it was Mallard. At first it sounded as though he were coming from a deep well. My gosh, so that's where I was. Then his voice changed.
Come on, Candy, snap out of it. You've been out long enough. Come on, Cupcake, get with it. I'm tired of having a hobo over you like a duenna. So you've got a lump on your head. I've got work to do.
Little by little, his voice came into normal shape.
Candy, be reasonable and twirl your eyes and talk to me.
The lights came back on. Mallard stopped spinning around and I saw where I was. A cot in the emergency hospital.
That's the girl.
Hi, Mallard. What happened?
Supposing you tell me.
I would if I could, but I can't. I know I got smacked, though.
Huh, that's for sure. You could use that knob on your head for a booking.
Oh, how did it get here?
It seems whoever tapped you on the noggin didn't want to take it permanently. They gave you the treatment lightly, just enough to put you in a blackout, then went through your purse like a tornado through Kansas. The room clerk at a joint called the Snug Harbor phones, the police to come and pick up the limp tomato named Candy Manson, and one very dead tomato named Ruth Moreland. Did you have anything to do with Mrs. Moreland's ugly finish, Candy?
You know better than that, Mallard.
Okay, answer me this then. Could that hotel clerk have given you the wallop?
Might, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I was just wondering. He had shifty eyes, like the 49er backfield. Okay, so somebody goes through your purse. Candy, look at me as best as you can. That's a girl. Now, do you have information somebody could be after? It's not in your purse.
Mallard, have you been going through my purse too?
Now, don't get so excited. It was only in the line of duty.
Don't you realize that a woman's purse is a private domain?
And not with the owner of said purse is laid out unconscious on a hotel room floor. Now answer my question. Do you have any information someone could be after?
I already did. I'll repeat the answer.
And like I said before, it's not in your purse. So where is it?
I have it on me.
Oh.
It's much safer than a purse.
Yeah. So what's it all about, Candy?
Honestly, Mallard dear, I can't tell you. I really don't know.
What's the information?
I don't know.
Who killed Ruth Moreland?
I don't know.
Ugh. You know, Candy, sometimes our friendship makes my job awfully tough. Okay, so we don't know nothing. The chief is terribly unhappy about this whole thing. Take my advice. Don't go on any long trips.
Dun, 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 dun.
Oh, I wobbled to my feet and Mallard took me back down to the waterfront to get my car. Then he patted me on the hand and I went home. Now I was more than just curious. If somebody tagged my head with a sap, I wanted to know what the reason was. So throwing etiquette out the window, I reached down inside where I was keeping the letter and I opened the envelope.
Dun, 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 dun.
Addressed to Hans Mittelstadt. It read, too many after Formula 12K have decided on this method. In case my heart goes bad, you will receive this. Look for the collar on Jake. Keep up the good work, Jerry.
What is happening now? And what will happen to Candy? Stay tuned and find out more adventures with Candy.
Ooh. Now, where was I? Look for a collar on Jake. Jake who? Whom? What sort of collar? Barrymore? Prince of Wales? Hoover? In spite of the Gene Krupa symphony going in my head, I wanted to hear more. The only chance of getting sane was to revisit the late Dr. Jerome Moreland's house in Berkeley. I eased back over the Bay Bridge, held out my hand with 2 bits at the toll gate, held my breath as I passed the clam flats and whipped up the hill into the hills. There it was, the house where Rembrandt and I had heard the late scientist calling. Ooh, naturally it was locked, but I knew a way to get in. Suddenly I was. I probed about, expecting nothing, and found just that. Nothing. I tried the back door. It led out onto a terraced patio. I came up short. There under a tree was a small boy sitting with a cat on his lap. The same cat, I imagined, that had frightened Rembrandt. Well, hello there, Sonny.
Hello,
What's your name?
Tommy. What's yours, lady?
Candy?
That's a pretty name.
Yes, it is. Very pretty. I hope I didn't startle you. Well, yes, you did, frankly. Here we go. Here we go. My apologies. Oh, I'm going to get her for this. The creator of the script readers. My apologies. I was looking for my son. He must have climbed over the fence. I didn't expect to find him here. Now that both Dr. and Mrs. Moreland have passed away. Tommy, where have you been?
Right here, playing with the cat.
Yes, of course. Here, let me have the cat. That's a good lad. Now you come right home now. Mommy said the dinner is almost ready. Again, I'm sorry, miss. I hope I didn't frighten you. Come right home, Tommy. Well, that's a... I forget my voice. Wait a minute. Where's my line? I'm sorry, kids. Where the hell? Wait a minute. Right here playing with the cat. That's a pretty cat. Oh, that's a pretty cat, Tommy. How long you had him?
Oh, he's not mine. He lives here with Mr. Moreland.
Oh, I see. Well, don't you think you better go along with your daddy?
That's not my daddy.
What? Who is he, Tommy?
I don't know. I never saw him before.
Wait a minute. What do you know about that? Listen to me, Tommy. What's the cat's name?
Jake.
Oh, well, thanks, Tommy. I'll see you later. You've got 1 gross of popsicles coming on me.
Da-da-da-da. Did Candy just find out some information from little Tommy and his cat? What could be going on? What's up with that? Ding, ding, ding.
Sometimes I'm a dope. I should have sniffed something when the guy didn't question my presence in Moreland Yard. Now, he had a head start on me. He disappeared around the corner of the house and I ran over there. Nothing but fence. Only one way out. And that was over. I wasn't too familiar with fence climbing tactics, but I could learn, and did, in a hurry. I shimmied over to the other side just in time to catch a glimpse of my man with the cat clenched firmly under his arm. Ooh, he was running down the back lot. There was a little stream running through the property, dividing the homes on one side of the block from those on the far side. I saw the plan he had in mind. He was going to cut across the small wooden footbridge, duck up through one of the yards on the other side, and out in front where he obviously had a car waiting for him. I saw I'd never be able to head him off on foot, so I ran back the way I came, found my car, and whipped around the other street. Empty. It was a one-way street. So I followed, taking what I thought would be the same course as my quarry. I had gone about 15 blocks when all of a sudden I was confronted by one, a crowd, two, a couple of very messy looking cars embracing each other head on. Oh, what's the commotion, officer?
Take a look. I shouldn't have to explain that.
Quite a tangle. Anyone hurt?
Yeah, the lady in the sedan is pretty badly banged up. The guy in the coupe is dead.
The guy in that's him.
What? You know him?
Was there a sign of a cat? A black cat with white paws?
Have you been drinking, lady?
No, officer. The man had a cat with him.
I haven't seen any cats. I was only a block away when I heard this crash.
Oh, then Jake's bound to be in the vicinity. Excuse me, officer. I've got to see a cat about a man.
Ding, 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 dong.
I got out of the car, left the officer with his mouth open and his arches flat. Now, if I was a cat, where would I go? Someplace away from the confusion of people and wrecked automobiles. That's where I looked, and sure enough, I found Jake in 5 minutes. I picked him up, got back in the car, and drove over to the Hall of Justice in San Francisco. I didn't have to worry about my friend in the coupe. I knew where we would find him if we needed him. On a slab in the Berkeley morgue. I found Mallard sitting at his desk going over some papers. I walked in and plopped Jake the cat right in front of him.
What the? Get that thing out of here, Candy.
What's the matter, Mallard, dear? Is the great bold foot flat scared of cats?
It doesn't look dignified. Get him out of here.
Uh-oh, I have a hunch Jake is a very valuable cat. He belonged to the late Dr. Jerome Moreland.
What are you up to, Candy?
Well, see the collar around Jake's neck? It has a little container on it. Pry it open, Mallard. I think we'll find something.
It's a solid little thing. Okay, wait a minute.
Oh!
There we are.
Wait a minute. Come here, Jake. On the floor. That's it. Empty the tube, Mallard.
Well, what do you know about that? Microfilm.
Ooh, and 5 will get you 10 that they contain the formula for Dr. Moreland's latest development.
Okay, Cupcake. Start unraveling the mystery.
Well, this is going to sound incredible, but it's true, so help me. Just before Dr. Moreland died on the couch, he gave me an envelope asking me to deliver it to the man, to the name on the outside, Hans Mittelstadt, Snug Harbor Hotel, Embarcadero, San Francisco's waterfront. That's where I got smacked over the head by Hans Mittelstadt himself. He read the accounts in the paper stating that I was present at Moreland's demise. He figured the good doctor had given me information to pass on, whacked me on the beanie, and went through my purse.
I'd like to have a talk with that guy.
It's too late, Mallard. He's busy atoning for his sins. He was killed this afternoon in an auto crash in Berkeley.
Well, that saves me a spot of work. I don't like guys who go around slugging my favorite private eye.
Oh, when I got home after having my head examined by a sap, I decided to look at the message inside the envelope. I thought that if it was worth my getting my skull cracked, I was entitled to know and snitch a look. The meat of the thing indicated that said Mittelstadt was to look for the collar on Jake. That left me nowhere, Mallard, until I got to thinking about what Rembrandt had said earlier. It was the cat. I had kidded Rembrandt about that. Then I did some more thinking. It was just a hunch, but it worked. A little boy told me the cat's name was Jake. The cat carried a vital information in that thing on his collar. Just how vital remains to be seen when you have your boys enlarge that microfilm.
You were right. It is incredible, Candy. How about Mrs. Moreland? How did she figure in the deal?
Well, the way I get it is this. Moreland and Middlestat had worked together just recently. Moreland had finished his formula. He'd been working night and day. As a matter of fact, that's what brought on his fatal heart attack. In this type of work, he trusted no one except Hans Middlestat. A bad trust, as Middlestat was a foreign agent and he was here for the express purpose of getting the facts and figures away from Moreland. He became impatient, bumped into Mrs. Moreland on her way to call the doctor, forced her to go to his hotel where he tried to make her tell him where the doctor kept his records. She wouldn't talk. So in a wild burst of frenzy, he choked her to death. That's when I walked in shortly after.
Well, those spy boys are tough cookies.
Yes, but not especially smart. If he had been patient, I'd have given him that information willingly, according to Dr. Moreland's dying request. Isn't that irony for you?
That's right. The poor dope was like built by his own chicanery.
As it was, he almost got away with it. If it hadn't been for that auto wreck, he'd have been off and running back to his comrades, and I use the word deliberately.
Well, Candy, I've got to admit, you used your head on this one.
I most certainly did. I've still got the lump. Come on, Mallet, knock off for a little while. You could buy me a Gibson.
A Gibson? Sure.
Yeah.
You've got one coming.
And while we're at it, one big bowl of milk for Jake. Straight.
Candy finally figured it all out with the help of Mallard, her secret pal. Will they ever fall in love? Find out when you tune in next week. Listen again this next week at this same time for excitement and adventure. Just dial
Candy Matson, Yukon 2-8209.
That's right, people. Cooning again for Candy and her crazy ass friends. Find out what is going on. Dial Candy Matson 8209. Heard tonight where Lou Tobin as Hans Middlestat, Jack Cahill as the doctor, and George Spelvin Jr. as the boy Tommy. The program stars Natalie Masters as Candy and is written and directed by Monty Masters. Conveniently, sound effects were created by Bill Bromville. Eloise Rowan was heard at the organ. The characters in tonight's story are entirely fictitious. Any resemblance to actual people is purely coincidental. Dudley Manlove speaking. This program came to you live from San Francisco. Candy, go. Candy's here. You gotta know when Candy's near. If you have a problem, big or small, give Candy Matson a call.
Woo!
This is NBC, the National Broadcast Company.
Bing, bing.
bing, bing. We did it!
That was good.
Oh, Therese, you rocked it, girl. How did it
I
feel?
love your little boy voice. You are so good.
I know. That was really good. How did it feel to do your first radio play?
It was cool. Yeah,
Right?
I mean, I literally have never done like any Facebook Live or any of those things before.
No
So-
way. So you're a
I
virgin?
love your voices.
I know. She's great, right?
Thanks.
I told you she'd be great.
That's why I was like giggling. I was literally, you saw me, right? I know you saw me. When you did the little boy, I was like
Sounds
that's
just like a little boy. I know. I'm like, oh, it's creepy. She's got a little boy voice. That's awesome.
I have
No,
a
it
little boy that lives inside of me. It's weird.
I love it.
That was so good. Isn't that so fun doing those, though? Seriously.
Yeah.
I think
I mean,
Therese of Understatement. If you were a knight, I would dub you Sir Therese of Understatement. That's what would be
she's
your
like, yeah.
that would be your knightly name.
And me, I'm like, yeah.
I'm very low on my excitement levels.
Your excitement levels are low. Boom. Yeah, but
We got Therese was awesome. Great show, ladies. That was good. Chris Princevelli said, you guys are funny. Ladies, great show. Glad you ladies are getting noticed. Christopher Estrite says that. Thank you.
Nice.
Ooh.
Nice. I like these comments. Keep them coming.
I
people.
know. They're
Keep
great.
them flowing.
Oh, I like this one. John Kern said, wow, hot and funny.
Hey now. Hey now. Gotta like that guy.
I know.
Gotta like
My mom
that guy.
says she was 3 years old when this came out. And I will tell you what's funny, and I know that my mom noticed it, that was my grandfather's nickname was Ducky.
No way.
Swear to God. So when we were reading it and I was reading Ducky, I was like, that's wild. Because I saw that my mom commented and said I was 3 years old. And then the next line was
Now,
me
ask
saying,
your mom if she remembers listening to radio shows growing up. Did she actually do it? Mama Q, I know you're there. I know you're listening. You got to let us know if you listen to those. Because my father would tell me all about it, that they would just crowd around the radio and listen. And the thing I love about that is like you get to create in your head what's actually going on.
yeah.
And it's so much fun. When I would come back from like gigs, they have a station on Sirius that's all old time radio plays.
Oh, yeah.
And I would listen to it. Oh, Daria gave us claps up.
Daria gave us
She's a
lots
tough
of claps.
sell too. She knows she's done this before.
She's done it.
Teresa,
So,
getting
Shari-
all kinds of accolades. Yes,
my mom
it
said,
was.
yes, it was.
Wow.
Oh,
That's so
that
cool.
was yes, it was to my grandfather's nickname. There's like a couple of minute delay.
Right. But you did a great job, Teresa. Your voices were on
Thank you.
point as I knew they would be. Teresa's a voice actor. That's why I knew she'd be great.
Oh, really, Therese?
Yes.
I did not know that.
Yeah.
She doesn't talk much, but when she
She's
gets
a voice.
paid to
She doesn't
talk-
want to. She doesn't want to use her voice. She's not getting paid for it right now. I understand that. She's like, I'm not talking if I'm not getting paid. I get it, Therese.
I'm telling you, every time I talk to Teresa, I'm going to be like, may I please speak to Teresa, the night of understatement? Could you please bring her onto the show? A really big show.
I think it's hilarious.
I know, it is hilarious. Yeah, but it was great. Oh my God, you guys did such a great job. So what's coming up for anybody anytime soon? We don't know. We don't have any comedy shows to promote because no one's doing some people are doing live
We
comedy.
do have a game show.
Oh, that's right. Therese, hold on to your shoes. I know you're getting excited, but you're really going to get excited over this. Hold on. Hold on with both hands. Are they both holding on? Good.
Yeah.
August 19th. That's what she said is doing another round of Funny Little Liars. Therese, have you ever encountered a liar in your life?
Well, gosh, no, Trace. I don't think so.
See?
Everybody's
Now-
been perfectly honest with me.
Well, what I'm saying is, do you think you'd be good at picking out a liar? Because this game is all about people are telling stories, and you as a contestant have to choose who is lying. Do you know in your lifetime, have you ever noticed any tells that people have when they lie? Like any advice you could give to any contestants on the show, what to look for?
Oh, I knew somebody who like it wasn't like big lies, but like when they were gonna tell a white lie or whatever, like I don't know if I'm looking like right at the camera,
You are, you're good.
but
You're great.
they would just go,
Their eyes would like flutter like that. That is
Yeah.
hilarious. That is
like pretty
hilarious.
consistently. You
Oh
know?
my God. When they would tell a white lie, that's
Mhm.
hilarious. Donna, do you know anybody that had any tells? Lying tells?
Yes, my brother.
Was his tell.
He would do this thing. I call him bird lips. Like he like makes a little bird beak out of his mouth. His mouth gets all like, well, and I'm like, I know you're lying. He's like, how do you know? I'm like, because you're doing the bird beak thing. So now it's like become a family thing. Like I bust his chops about it all the time.
That is hilarious. I'm trying to think if I know if anybody had any tells. Yeah, there was one guy who used to bite the side of his lip, like he used to do this when he's talking to me, and I knew that he was like thinking of what he was going to make up and say. So those were all keys, because for Pretty Little Liars, Donna, tell them a little bit about what happens on that show. It's such a fun game show.
Such a fun show, and I want to find the flyer because I could tell you that it's That's What She Said production,
Right.
which is awesome.
It's on
And-
August 19th. It's at
August
8 o'clock at
19th.
night. It's on Eventbrite. You can get the tickets on Eventbrite, and it's under Pretty Little Liars. And we
Funny
have
Little Liars. It's
oh,
Funny Little Liars.
Not Pretty Little
Funny?
Liars. That's an actual
Right?
show. Yes,
That's a different
Yes.
show.
that's a totally different show.
Totally different show.
Totally.
The reason why I'm looking it up is because I want to find the charity, and here it is.
Yeah, it's like
So,
integrative. Go
That's
ahead.
what she said. I'm going to send it to us, and I can actually try
Put it
to,
up.
yeah. Because I'm a technical guru like that.
You are. You're good. You're good.
Sure.
Joe. You're really good.
But we have a special guest, Jason Salmon. He's a comedian. That's an amazing, funny comedian. It's an interactive game show, and it's to benefit Intensive Therapeutics, which is they make for people that need it because they have a physical handicap. No, I'm not. Why do you laugh when I say that? Just because I can't think of the word.
They make, because you're like, they make, I don't know what they make, but it's really important to handicap people.
No, they
Trust
do.
me.
They make like a scooter or a something.
She's joking.
I-
Okay, she's
I hate
lying
you
right
so
now,
much.
Teresa. I don't know if you could tell.
I'm not
but
lying.
Her tell is, she goes,
Yeah,
No.
that's right.
They make
That's right.
what? What do they make?
I'm not telling you now.
They make wheels, ladies and gentlemen. They make wheels.
You're not. It's not even funny. That's not even funny. It's for me.
We don't know what they make, but it's an integral part of what's happening in the community.
Because
correct?
it's like a
Where-
wheelchair.
Where did you come up with the fact that they make that? Do you know that for a fact? or
Therese, yeah, like the woman that's running it is. There it is. It's our,
Not this
it's our
Therese.
background.
It's a different Therese. Wow, look
like,
at you, technical guru. Carol Montgomery, do you know anything about this? No, you don't.
Sure.
Don't even answer.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Don't even answer. Yes. So it's to benefit Intensive Therapeutics. For seriously, on a serious
Yes.
note, it's a really fun game show. It's interactive. If you tune in, you get to be a contestant on the show. You can raise your hand
You
and try
could
to get
be,
on
yep.
the show. You can win prizes. That's the really cool part. You can tune in and win actual
Yes.
prizes that are sent to your home, COVID free. You don't have to meet anybody. You don't have to touch anybody. It's sent directly to you. So that's August 19th at 8 o'clock. Get your tickets
Yep.
through Eventbrite. Teresa, I know
Correct.
you'll be there with bells on. You'll be very excited to watch it. Before we leave you all the way in from New Orleans, is there anything that we need to know about what's happening in New Orleans right now, ladies and gentlemen? Do people need to know? Are the beignets still being made? That's the big question.
They might be.
She's
Sure.
a good liar, ladies and gentlemen. She's a really good liar. No
Wait,
idea.
Sherry Freed says they're for people who have physical disabilities who need specialized equipment. That's
Thank
what
you,
they raise
Sherry
money for.
Free, for knowing what's
Phew, man, that scares me. I mean,
Thank you,
I just
Sherry.
remember there being mention of a wheelchair or something.
You're like, so I made it up in my head that they make wheelchairs. They make any kind of equipment.
They help
for
people with physical
disabilities.
disabilities.
So it's an amazing, amazing thing.
Vinny yawns
Vinny-
right before he lies.
Oh my God, what a tell that is. That's ridiculous. I could totally
yeah.
see Vinny. That is so funny. Well, ladies and gentlemen, let's give one more round of applause for Dame Therese. She was
Oh, I think we
fabulous
might have
today.
power.
What?
I think I might have power at the salon. My brother just texted me. And
How
Cara
would you know?
Diane Lopez. What?
How would they know?
He saw it on Facebook because he's not watching us.
Why don't
And-
you have power?
We
Her
had
powers- Go ahead.
what do you call it yesterday?
Tornado.
A hurricane.
Tornado.
That was fun.
Hurricane.
That was fun.
Tornado. How much money?
We
did you
had a
get?
hurricane.
You guys had a tornado. They had it all over the news.
South Jersey, there was a tornado. We had a hurricane.
What's the
And it
difference
knocked
between
out tree
what's the difference between a tornado and a hurricane?
going to Oz and not going to Oz.
Exactly. Bing, 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 bing. All right. So finish up.
So wait, I
Finish
think I might have
up.
power.
That's awesome. She hasn't had power for 2 days, Therese.
Oh,
And
there's
she
my
has-
brother. I
had
haven't had
someone-
work. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was closed for 16
Wow.
weeks, finally started to open, and then had to close because yesterday I was in the salon and at 12:45, everything went off. And I was
Wow.
like, so they didn't think they were going to get it on until tomorrow at 5 p.m. And that would be amazing if I can go to work for a full day tomorrow.
Yeah, that would be amazing.
Because then I only have to reschedule Tuesday and Wednesday, and not Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday.
That would be great. Hopefully,
That'd be
knock on
amazing.
wood. All right. Well, we sign off, Therese, with our Girls Gone Green song, which you can sing along with us. Feel free. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. You are incredible.
Wait, Therese, did you cut your hair?
No, she
No,
just has up.
So
Oh,
Yep.
okay. So
And
cute.
we are. And ready?
Sorry.
And we
Sorry.
are.
I wanted to talk to her about her hair.
I know. Here we are. I'm Tracy.
I'm Donna.
I'm Therese.
And we are Girls
Girls
Gone
Gone
Green.
Green.
I'm like, I don't know the
Come
song.
into your life from quarantine. Girls Gone Green. Therese is with us, and you know what I mean, because we're Girls Gone Green. Woo. Good night, everybody. See you next week.
Love ya. See
Thank
you
you, guys.
tomorrow morning for story time.
Oh, yeah, that's right.